Alright then, so hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new, if this has brought you here. My name's Mikey, and today I'm going to be filming a reaction to something that is quite a departure from what I normally react to. Today, I've had this sent to me by my best mate and my manager, Luke, the Auctionman Reacts. Link for his channel is in the description, go and check him out. Yeah, he's my best mate and he's my manager. He got me into making reactions and he sends my content to me. And he sent this to me today, and this is Grosjean's Insane Fireball Crash. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from Formula 1. He's given me a little bit of intel about it. You know, he's gone into the... because Formula 1 is not my thing. I'm not a Formula 1 fan at all. I never have been. It's just not one of those things that appeals to me. But he's told me that I need to watch this and I need to react to it, which is what I'm going to do. He's given me a little bit of intel, you know, a little bit of technical stuff about, you know, what, you know, G-force and things like that. You know, he's gone into a bit of an explanation for me. And he's given me the advice not to read any literature about this. So like, don't read the description, don't read any comments before reacting to it. I never do that anyway with anything I react to. But yeah, he's made sure that I make sure I don't do that. So I haven't done. But he has told me to check out the comments afterwards. There's one in particular I've got to look out for. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with this, guys. I'm told it's really quite harrowing. And I've been told that I need to... make an estimation, pretend I'm watching this live on TV, because Luke, he watched this happen, he watched this race, and he said that it gave him some serious trauma afterwards. He didn't watch Formula 1 for a long time, and he loves his Formula 1, so that is giving me a very clear indication of just how harrowing this is. So yeah, this is what we're going to watch. So, obviously guys, don't forget, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all the rest of it. Check out my Patreon, check out Luke's channel and Patreon, links for which are all in the description. We've both got Patreon tiers starting at $1 a month. And yeah, come and join us over there. But yeah, let's get into this, let's see what happens. I'm really actually quite scared. I don't know what to expect with this. I've got absolutely no... I mean, I know obviously it's a crash, but I've got no idea how I'm going to feel, what's going to happen. We'll all find out together, and yeah. Let's see. Let's go. And obviously, you know, like I say, like and subscribe. You know. Whoop. Wait a minute. Sorry. Yeah, and he's also explained about, you know, when I hear people talking or whatever, it's the people in the cars, and he's explained a couple of the people that are going to be interviewed. Yeah, I can't remember absolutely everything he said about... He said, feel free to mention any of this in the intro. But yeah, I think I've pretty much covered it. Let's go.
Hamilton then gets away well, Verstappen off the line well. Perez coming up on the inside of Verstappen, who is now in second place.
Tyres are good, checker. We just want to keep this. Tyres are good. That's all good now.
That's the bit, isn't it?
Grosjean has already gained 2
Grosjean.
coming out of
Okay.
turn 1. Alex Albon in 4th.
When was
Trying to
this?
keep up with Sergio Perez as he speeds into the distance ahead. Grosjean still making moves to try and gain places.
What? Was that the crash? Was that it? Oh my god, I didn't expect that to happen so soon. Holy shit, and... oh my god. That was a full-on explosion. No way has he survived that. He hasn't survived. I asked Luke when he sent me this, I said, does he survive it? And he said, you need to guess, tell me what you think. He hasn't told me whether he survives this or not. I want to say no. I don't see how anybody could survive that. And the speeds he mentioned earlier, I can't remember the exact numbers of the speeds he said, but he said, yeah. He said, imagine a car, an ordinary car crash happens at like 40 miles an hour. This is like 3 or 4 times that. So yeah, when he explained G-force, you know, that feeling of the car stops but you keep going. Oh my god. No way.
What the fuck happened there? Fucking get him out.
I think that's Romain Grosjean that has gone into the barriers there.
Jesus, no.
About 140 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that?
I've gone goose pimply.
Let's get the fuck out, quick. Red flag.
And everyone else just keeps going? Is that normal? Oh no, they're stopping. Oh my god.
Is he okay?
I will come
You
back.
cannot come out of that alive.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. Has he got help?
No information on it yet.
Shit, is he okay?
The car's in half.
Oh, tell me he's okay, please. Tell me he's okay.
Oh, listen to him.
There are certain moments where silence falls on a racing track and you know what that means.
He's not survived it, has he? Oh my god.
You cannot do anything. You're just a passenger to this. The world seems to be coming down on you. And once you see fire, that's the worst thing you can have. This is bad.
Yeah, this one was hard to watch. I felt very, very vulnerable in that moment.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton, okay. I know who he is.
Everything goes through your head. You don't think that anybody can get out alive of this one.
So this is where, I'm sorry, it's this kind of thing that makes me wonder. And again, for Formula One fans, no offence when I say this, but why, how, what makes them want to get into this? You know, you see something like this happen. I mean, again, I don't know when this was. I'm seeing face mask, so I'm guessing this is obviously post-2020. But, you know, how, oh my God. Yeah, it just makes me wonder, how can you get into this? You know, what is it about it that, because that would put me off. If I was, if I now was like an aspiring Formula One driver, I would watch this and I'd go, no, that's it, I'm not doing it. No fucking way. So that'd be my thought. I don't really know what to say. I feel a bit speechless. I need to say something.
I'm doing racing long enough. There is no good outcome. He's not coming out.
Jesus.
The longer you sit and you wait, the more the fear kicks in because your
Your mind
instincts
starts
are
wondering, doesn't it?
that you know what the reality is.
Fucking hell. Where's the rest of the car?
Fireball, I couldn't believe that this could happen in modern Formula One cars. And a car shouldn't break in two.
No. Even I know that.
Only when you see those things you believe the dangers that we go into.
The big question was where's the rest of the car and where is the driver? I did think that would be a very bad outcome.
Yeah, where is it?
Look to my right, I could see the driver through the gap in the flame.
Hey? Jeez, that fire's getting worse. What they're spraying it with? Petrol. Fuck off! Fuck right off. No way. The man has got up out of that wreckage. That explosion that is comparable to a small bomb going off. He's there. He's got up out of it. He's survived. What the hell? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad he survived it. Wow, good for him. I mean, Jesus Christ, someone was watching over him that day, wasn't they? Fucking hell. But how do you? I can't. How did you? I'm babbling. This is where I start to say stupid things. I'm babbling. I need to not babble. Oh my God! How the friggin' hell did you come out of that? Oh my days! I know you saw a little bit of a smile creep on my face there when he stood up. That was a smile of fucking disbelief. No, oh my! I can't. What are these car clothes made out of? Car clothes? I don't know what they're called. I call them car clothes. I don't know what they're called. What they made of? Fucking asbestos. Jesus Christ! On a bike with Mary in the sidecar. Oh. That's completely. And he seems alright. He's climbing over. Can't have broken bones. Imagine. Oh my. Fuck no. Oh, I can't believe what I've just witnessed. How the hell?
Not only has he survived going through a barrier at 160 miles an hour within a ball of fire that the
and this is what Luke said to me in the message. He said, you imagine that people don't survive a car crash at 40 miles an hour. And he said, when you watch this, it'll make sense. Now it makes total fucking sense. What was he say? 160 miles an hour, did he say? Yeah, I remember Luke said to me that's the accurate. The second speed mentioned is the accurate speed. Yeah, 160 miles per hour through a barrier, burst into flames, and he gets up and walks out of it. What the shit? If I was him, I know he probably doesn't need it, but if I was him, I'd have bought a frigging lottery ticket that day, I can tell you. Oh my God. Like I said, somebody was watching over him that day. Somebody was watching over him. If there was ever a moment for you to think, does luck exist? That's it. Because in terms of physics and biology, yes, I'm getting very scientific now. Yeah. In terms of both those things, he should be dead. Not just dead, he should be in 5 or 6 pieces. Burnt. He should look like a barbecue buffet at this point. Sorry, and that's a bit insensitive, but I was told to say what I'm thinking, and I'm saying what I'm thinking. He should look like a selection of steaks right now, with a helmet for garnish. But no, the man has got up and walked out of it with what doesn't seem to be a lot of injury. Both his legs are clearly intact. He was wiggling his arm a bit. He's clearly hurt his arm. You know, but he's getting up like he fell off a push bike. You know, I'm all right. Just yeah, walk it off. What the hell? I mean, again, good for him. I'm glad. That was a horrific crash. I'm glad he got up, but oh my God.
It must have been so extreme. It was a miracle. It was absolutely a miracle.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
He wanted to walk to the ambulance and was insisting, no, we'll get the ambulance here. But he wanted to demonstrate that
he's still walking.
He got a message to everyone, his wife and family in particular, that he was out and he was in a good place.
I would think so.
How the fuck did he come out of that?
Yeah.
How did he jump out? That's an act of God.
That absolutely is an act of God. You're right there, fella. Bloody... We'll leave it there, shall we? Let's just leave it there. Bloody Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I have... What's the word? What's the word when you use profanity? Profanitize? No. Do you know what? Fuck it. Forget it. I have sworn a lot in this, and I apologise. I've been blasphemous. Not that that's a big deal. But no, yeah, seriously, oh my God. I can't believe that. I really can't. When that happened, that crash actually happened a lot earlier in the video than I thought it was. I mean, when did it happen? I think we're looking about here. So less than a minute. There we go. Yeah, obviously it says most replayed. Less than a minute into the video it happened. I was expecting it to happen like in the middle. I was expecting to see like a chunk of race first and then see that. But no. What we saw there and what we know about the speeds and the fact that it hit a barrier to the point where it broke a Formula 1 car in half, which should not happen. The man has got up and survived and walked out of it. I cannot believe that. I really can't. That is just... That's one of those where I bet there's loads of conspiracies. You know, I bet there's absolutely loads of them. I'm not going to go into that, but I mean, obviously I believe it. Obviously, I do believe it. I've just seen him. I've just seen the guy. I believe it 100%. But I can't believe what I've just seen. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. I know it happened, but I can't believe it. You know? Oh. Dear God. If there was ever a time to thank your lucky stars and be grateful and embrace life, that'd be it. That is the ultimate warning, isn't it? That is, you know, oh dear. Now, I've been told to have a quick look in the comments section, which is exactly what I'm going to do. He said it should be the second comment I see. This is it. This is the one. This is the name that I'll need to look at. I can't pronounce this, but this is the name. In an interview he did about a year or so later, he talked about how at first the barrier was blocking him and he couldn't get out. Once he knew he couldn't get out, he recalled that he just kind of sat in the car at peace with himself and was ready to die. Oh my God. Jesus. Then he thought about his wife and kids. This made him keep trying until he eventually got out. Well, that's pretty much everything you need, isn't it, to survive something like that. Think about what matters and you find that strength. Oh my God. I can't believe, yeah, wow. Just sat in the car at peace with himself and was ready to die. Oh my God, that's really harrowing. That's really, really harrowing. Oh my days. I mean, can you imagine? No, I don't want to imagine. That is, when I was a child, I had a really irrational fear of the house burning down. There was an educational video that we had to watch as a kid where we were taught about what to do if there was ever a house fire. You know, how you feel the door handles, check they're not hot, you put a blanket over your face so you can breathe through it. I was really, really paranoid as a child about the house burning down, to the point where I lost sleep because I would insist on getting out of bed and making sure that nowhere was on fire. Seriously. So yeah, that, for me, this is kind of unlocking a very old fear of mine, you know, that fear of fire and smoke. And even though I'm over it now, you know, I'm over it now, it's absolutely fine. I'm absolutely over it now. But yeah, reading that there, sitting in the car at peace with himself and ready to die, that's the kind of thing, when I was a kid, that's the kind of thing I used to fear. You know, I used to think, what if I ever can't get out? What if I ever have to just accept that? Oh my God. I think I've seen this word a couple of times now, just looking at the badass. Seeing him come out of the Grosjean stepping out of those flames is one of the most badass things I've ever seen. Yeah, me too, but also it's one of the most, like, thank God things I've ever seen, you know? There's so much I want to learn about this. I'm going to have to look into it. I'm not going to do it now during the reaction because I don't want this video to go on forever. Luke actually said to me, he said, if there's anything you want to know, look it up during the video, but I'm not going to do that because I could be here a while and I don't really want that to happen. I don't want to make this reaction too short, but I also don't want it to go on for too long. But yeah, just rest assured I will be doing a bit more reading up on this afterwards. But I mean, I just can't believe what I've witnessed. I really can't. I mean, on the one hand, you could look at it, you know, like, there's ever any, if you need any proof that there is a God, you know, there you go. Guardian angels, have you got any qualms about the existence of those things? Then, yeah, just watch this and you'll just realise and go, actually, yeah, do you know what? Maybe. You know, I mean, how it's the aftermath of this I'd like to learn about. I need to read about how he dealt with it, you know, after that. I mean, did he carry on driving? Did he go on, you know, through therapy? Is he okay now? You know, I mean, again, I don't know when this was. When was this uploaded? This was uploaded in March 2021, so I can only assume this maybe happened around 2020, again, because of the masks. So, yeah, 5-6 years down the line, how was he doing? Is he still driving? Has he ever spoken about this, like in, I don't know, maybe a book or like an extended interview, anything like that? I mean, so that comment I read there, in an interview did about a year or so later. I need to see that. Luke, if that interview is available on YouTube or anything, please let me know, because that is something that I will be keen to watch. After that, some of the most epic footage ever captured. Yes, I agree. It was like something from a film, wasn't it? It was like, you know that film Murder Mystery? No, it's Murder Mystery 2. You know, the one with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston's? Like that film, Murder Mystery 2. When a car blows up and someone walks through it in bike leathers, grabs something and then walks out again. That's what it reminded me of. That scene came to mind when I watched it. And I was going to mention it, but you know, for the life of me, I couldn't think what the title of that fucking film was. Could not think. But yeah, well, that was it. It's like The Stig. You know, you watch Top Gear, you know, The Stig. It's like, listen to me, a bunch of Formula 1 fans. Obviously, you're going to be watching Top Gear. But yeah, no, you know what I mean? Yeah. Basically, yeah, it reminded me of that as well. I thought, you know, that Stig just kind of always comes out of everything, doesn't it? Yeah. Just an absolute miracle, a real example of the human condition. You know, everything that he went through in that crash. I mean, like I say, the physics of it and the biology of it. By all accounts, he should not be here. That should have been his final moment. And again, reading that comment, he thought it was. But it made him keep trying until he eventually got out. I mean, wow. And again, that just says a lot about the human brain, the human heart, and the fact that we will do anything for those we love, including get ourselves out of a ridiculously impossible situation. This also feels a little bit inspiring, you know, in the sense that I don't want to go too far into this, because I know they're very different things. But it's this the kind of thing where, now that I've seen this, if I'm ever in a situation that I think is difficult, I'm going to look and think, well, at least I didn't crash at 160 miles per hour. Break the Formula 1 car in half, sit in a ball of fire, think I was going to die, and then somehow manage to get out. Do you know what I mean? It kind of puts things into perspective. There you go, that's the term I'm looking for. It puts things into perspective. If you ever think that, you know, you're having a tough time, or, you know, you've got a lot on, or, you know, you really think that, you know, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. Basically, yeah, that's it. You just look at this and go, well, could be worse. If he can get out of that, I can get out of this. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot to take from that, and I just can't believe what I've witnessed. I really, really, honestly and truly cannot believe what I've just bloody witnessed. And again, fantastic that he got out and that he survived. Fan-fucking-tastic. But, oh my days, I thought that was it, honestly. If I'd have, like I say, Luke told me, he said, when you see the crash happen, pretend like you're watching it on TV and say what you think has happened. And that's it. And that's what I thought had happened. I thought he died. I mean, now I think about it, thinking about the messages Luke sent to me earlier, it seems obvious that he survived. But I didn't put that together, because I said to him, I'm not going to go into this with any ideas, I'm just going to watch it, and I'm just going to see what I think. And that's exactly what I've done. And, yeah. Again, I can't believe I've witnessed that. I feel kind of, like I say, it's put a lot into perspective for me, you know? But I've still got that burning question at the back of my mind. Why does anybody get into this? You know? And again, I know it's like anything, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm not a fan of football either. It's like when I say I'm not a fan of football, and it's just like, you know, everyone that is a fan of football is just like, what? Huh? You know what I mean? Just like, it just doesn't compute, doesn't quite tally. So yeah, I know there's going to be probably a fair few people watching this that are Formula 1 fans, and you can't, you know, you can't fathom why I'm asking that question. But seriously, I watch this kind of thing and I think, why does anyone get involved? Why would you take that risk? You know? I mean, again, fair enough, he survived. Granted, but someone else might not have been so lucky. Think if one little detail of that crash had been different, if one extra thing had gone wrong, it could have been a different story, couldn't it? I mean, again, it just makes you think about the fragility of life and the luck that you can have. You know, I mean, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. No, really, I am. I'm a survivor. I've had 2 heart attacks. Well, 3, technically. Well, cardiac arrest. 2 heart attacks and a cardiac arrest. I survived something very silly when I couldn't cope. You know, Yeah, you know what I mean? I can't say the word on YouTube, but yeah, you know what I mean? I couldn't handle things, and yeah, I survived that. So yeah, I'm a survivor myself. I'm living proof that you can survive the impossible. I get it. But that was just, that honestly, that was like a stunt from a film. If I didn't know this was a real Formula 1 race, I would have thought that was something from a film. Honestly. If this had just been played for me after having a blindfold removed, that's what I'd think. I would have thought, you know, yeah, I'm watching a bit from a film here. Because that's just not possible. But I've just witnessed it with my own eyes. Proof. He survived it. And again, well done to him. And the love and thinking of his family got him through it, gave him the strength he needed, which proves it can be done. You know, if you're ever in a bind where everything feels impossible, or, you know, just think of those you love and you find the strength. It does happen. And again, like I said earlier, it's a real feat of strength of the human condition. It really is. And well done to him. And I hope he's okay now. You know, I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, this is actually the first time I've ever heard his name. Roman, isn't it? Roman Grosjean. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever heard his name in my life. When he sent it to me earlier, I thought, who's this? What? Who? What? I had to say to him, look, can you slow down and explain all this? I don't know what you're on about. Yeah, first time I've heard that name in my life. But now it's a name that I'll never forget. And I mean that. Because, again, what I'm taking from this is that in the rest of my life now, I'm going to look and think, anytime I think I've got a difficult time, I'm going to look and think what this poor guy went through and how he got through it. You know, this is going to serve as inspiration to me and a real lesson in just what we can actually do when we put our minds and, more importantly, our hearts into it, you know. Just well done to him for getting himself out of that. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see that he was clearly, you know, probably not 100% okay, especially not mentally after all that, you know. I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on it. I am. I'm going to have to read up and maybe hopefully watch an interview or something. Yeah. I'm really I was shocked and horrified by it, but I'm kind of humbled by the outcome. You know, like I say, it really shows what we can do. And as horrific as that was, he still came out the other side. You know, true strength, true power, and an absolute blessing for him. You know? Yeah. And I think that'll be a good place to leave this, guys, because, again, I don't want this to go on for too long. I hope you've enjoyed the reaction. I can't remember exactly what I did. I can't remember half of what I've said. I went into, like, a state of, you know, you kind of hit autopilot, and you kind of hit autopilot in your own head, and you kind of go vacant, but you just let your mouth and your brain wander off. That's what I think I did, so I can't remember everything I've said. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the reaction. It's a weird thing to say, isn't it? Enjoyed. You know, watching a guy who nearly died. It seems really sick to say something like that. But you know what I mean? I hope that, you know, I hope that it was the kind of reaction you were hoping for, you know. But yeah, I'm treating this as a lesson, you know. What I'm taking away from this is a massive lesson, and that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say I enjoyed the video. I did. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the miracle. I enjoyed the fact that he survived it, but obviously it's a really harrowing video that really happened to somebody, so I'm not going to sit here and make out like it was, you know, the best thing I've watched since sliced bread, you know, because it was horrific. It was horrifying when it happened. But yeah, great to see him get up and walk out and survive. I could not believe that. I had to go over to the other side of the room. That doesn't happen very often anymore. But yeah, seriously, good for him. Well done. And hope he's doing all right. And I hope that he's still happy and that he's not, you know, too overcome by this, you know, all these years later. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there, guys, and I'll get this uploaded. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Again, Luke, if you're watching, well, I know you will be watching. If there is an interview with Grosjean, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. Yeah, if there is an interview about this, let me know, because I'd be really keen to watch that. I'd really like to hear it from his perspective. That's what I thought was going to happen when he'd survived and everything. I thought at the end here he was going to speak, but no. So yeah, if there is any footage of that, let me know, and I'll happily make a reaction to that as well. I'd be really keen to see what his perspective was, you know, to hear about it in some more depth. But yeah, for now, that was a reaction to the crash. I can't believe what I've just witnessed, and again, I'm taking something quite strong away from it, so it's kind of a win-win, kind of. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go and check out Luke's channel as well. He's in the description. Check out both our Patreons, and yeah, just keep showing support. Really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll get going now and get this uploaded. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a good day / night, depending when you're watching. Everybody be careful. You know, this was a Formula 1 car, but obviously it can happen to any car. Everybody watching this, just be careful. And yeah, I'll see you all next time for a brand new reaction. Take care, everybody. Ta-ra.